Bonjour les amis, here we are with the imperative, this time with quirky irregular RE verbs. Here we'll start with the ouïr, quirky irregular RE verbs. We have conduire à, to drive or to lead to. We have construire, to build as in to construct. Détruire, to destroy, and cuire à, to cook on heat or overheat, to bake. Conduire à, to drive, to lead to somewhere. Let's conjugate it in the present tense. Je conduis. Tu conduis, spelt the same with UIS at the end. Ils, elles, on. Sounds the same but spelt with a T this time. Conduit. Nous conduisons, S between two vowels, Z sound. Vous conduisez. Il, elle conduisent. Of course, here we are using the imperative mood, which only uses the vous conjugations and the nous conjugations. We want to say, drive faster. Conduis plus vite or conduisez plus vite. Let's drive more slowly. Conduisons plus lentement. You could say doucement. Don't drive so fast using tu. Ne conduis pas si vite. Using vous, drive at 50 kilometers an hour. They would say à l'heure. Conduisez à 50 à l'heure. You can say kilomètres, but you don't need to because that's the unit they use. So you could just say 50 à l'heure. Let's drive them to the hospital. Conduisons-les à l'hôpital. So it's les because it's not drive to them, we are driving them. Build him a sandcastle using vous. So it's for him. Construisez-lui un château de sable. To him, for him, lui. Let's destroy the mobile phones and anything traceable. Here, anything will be expressed as all that is traceable. Traceable, say it with a French accent. Détruisons les portables et tout ce qui est traçable. All that is, tout ce qui est. Using to, don't destroy what I have with Julien. Jolene, Jolene. Ne détruis pas ce que j'ai avec Julien. To cook in the oven or to cook in the microwave is, you use cuire à. So it's cuire au four, because it's le four, or cuire au micro, which is short for micro-ondes. Onde is a wave. Think of undulations. To steam. Cuire à la vapeur. Cook over low heat, cook over medium heat, cook over high heat, if you like your French cooking. Cuire à feu doux. Cuire à feu moyen. Cuire à feu élevé. Cook over boiling water. Cuire au bain-marie. Cook it on a low heat or over a low heat. You are addressing tu and your it is masculine. Cuis-le à feu doux. Cook it on a high heat. This time you're addressing vous and your it is feminine. Cuisez-la à feu élevé. Let's bake them in the oven. Cuisons-les au four. Let's bake them in the microwave. Cuisons-les au micro. Micro short for micro-ondes. More quirky irregular RE verbs. Écrire à. To write. D'écrire à. to describe. Rire de. To laugh at or to laugh about. Sourire à. To smile. Écrire à. Let's conjugate it. J'écris. Tu écris, spelled the same. Ils, elles, on. Écrit sounds the same but spelled with a T. Nous. Nice and irregular. Écrivons. Vous écrivez. Ils, elles écrivent with the V sound at the end. But of course, we are doing the imperative mood. We are giving commands. We are being bossy today. We only need the you conjugations and the nous conjugation. So write to me soon. Écris-moi bientôt. Écrivez-moi bientôt. Let's write to her soon. To her, écrivons-lui bientôt. To write and to write back is écrire. Write me a postcard addressing tu. Écris-moi une carte postale. Let's write a postcard to them. Écrivons-leur une carte postale. Describe it to them. We are addressing vous and your it is feminine. Décrivez-la leur. Using tu. Don't laugh like that. Ne ris pas comme ça. Let's not laugh at them. It's mean. Ne rions pas de ou pas d'elle. C'est méchant. Smile. Addressing vous. Souriez. More quirky, irregular RE verbs. Lire. To read. Joindre. Remember this one? To join. To link. To attach like on an email. To enclose in an envelope. To unite. But it also means to get hold of. To join somebody. To reach somebody. On the phone, for example. Let's conjugate to read. Lire. Je lis. Lis. Tu lis. Same again. Il, elle, on. Sounds the same but with a T. Lis. Nous. Lisons. Vous. Lisez. Il, elle, lise. Of course, we are doing the imperative mood. We only need the tu, vous, and nous conjugations. Read it to me. Lis-le-moi. Lisez-le-moi. Let's read it to him. Lisons-le lui. Using tu. Read this book. It's really funny. Lis ce livre. C'est vraiment drôle. A common way of saying funny is marrant. Marrant. Let's read the instructions on the cover before installing it. Are you an instruction reader? Lisons les instructions sur la couverture, so cover can mean the cover of a book, for example, avant de l'installer. Don't read over my shoulder, addressing vous. Over the top of is par-dessus. Ne lisez pas par-dessus mon épaule. Épaule is actually feminine, but because it starts with a vowel, we use the masculine mon épaule. Think of épaulette. That's Marilyn. Merci. To join, link, attach, enclose, unite, to get hold of, reach, joindre. You can use it in a pronominal way as well. Se joindre, but now it's followed by a. It can also mean to agree when you use it in this sense, like I am joining you in my opinion. You can use rejoindre, which is used very much like joindre and also means to agree, which could also be used in a pronominal way. So rejoindre, as soon as it's pronominal, it likes to have the little preposition a. So they're all quite similar, relatively similar. Joindre, je joins. Tu joins. Il, elle, on joint. Now, nous, we're going to stick in a GN to get new. Nous joignons, a bit like oignon. vous joignez. Ils sont nice, hein? Il, elle joignent. But we're only using the to, the vous, and the nous conjugations. So how would you say enclose them for him? Joignez-les-lui. Joignez-les-lui. Let's enclose them for him. Joignons-les-lui. D'accord. Joindre. So they all mean joint, link, attach. All get hold of. Let's enclose the photos in the envelope. Joignons les photos dans l'enveloppe. Get hold of her now, please, using vous. Joignez-la. We're getting hold of her directly. Joignez-la maintenant, s'il vous plaît. Using tu, join the two ends. Joins les deux bouts. An end is bout. So we have it's very, very similar. When joindre is used in a pronominal sense, we're going to add on an a. Se joindre à. So it's like to join yourself to another person, to a group. The group could be your family or a movement. Also, to join yourself figuratively, to agree. Joignons-nous à eux ou à elles pour déjeuner ou pour le déjeuner. Let's just join them for lunch. Using vous. Join us at the beach if you fancy it. Joignez-vous à nous à la plage si ça vous dit. So if you fancy it, si ça vous dit. If it tells you, using tu. Join the dark side, Luke, if you fancy it. The dark side is le côté obscur. Obscure side. Côté obscur. Luke, si ça te dit. No phone call. Okay, this is used in a very similar way. To rejoindre. You know they like to do this re thing. Join us for lunch. Rejoins-nous pour déjeuner. Pour le déjeuner. Join the two ends again. Okay, it's like you're doing it again, so you can just put a re in. We're addressing vous. Rejoignez les deux bouts. Okay, if you're going to use it in a pronominal way, it is se rejoindre à or sur if you're going to be about a topic, an agreement. Let's meet up at 9 p.m. Rejoignons-nous à 21h. Because heure is feminine, it's 21h. To shut up! Be quiet, stop talking. Is se taire. Shut up! Addressing tu. Tais-toi! Shut up! Addressing vous. Taisez-vous! Let's stop talking. Taisons-nous. Okay, some other quirky RE verbs. Craindre. It's a bit like crank up their fear. It means to be afraid of, to fear something. Plaindre. All of these are indre. It means to pity, to feel sorry for. Now, plaindre is also used in a pronominal sense. Se plaindre de. It's complain, plaindre, se plaindre de, to complain about. Craindre. Crank up the fear, to be afraid of, to fear. Je crains. Tu crains. Il, elle, on craint. Nous, anyone, craignons. Vous craignez. Il, elle craignent. Of course, we are using these in the imperative mood. Don't fear her. Ne la crains pas. Ne la craignez pas. Let's not fear her anymore. Ne la craignons plus. You will hear people say, je crains que oui, to say, I'm afraid so, or I'm afraid not. Je crains que non. Don't fear him, using tu. Ne le crains pas. Don't fear him, this time using vous. Ne le craignez pas. Let's not fear them anymore. Ne les craignons plus. Don't pity him. Ne le plains pas. Using vous. Don't pity me. Ne me plaignez pas. Let's not pity them anymore. They deserve it. To deserve it is to merit it. Mériter. Ne les plaignons plus. Ils, elles le méritent. Don't complain. It's what you wanted, addressing to. Ne te plains pas. C'est toi qui l'as voulu. You could even use the imperfect. C'est toi qui le voulais. A-I-S. Complain online using vous. Plaignez-vous en ligne. Let's complain online. Plaignons-nous en ligne. There's more quirky Irregular. I know there's a lot, but it's just to get used to the pattern. We have done these before. It's like a reminder. To break up, to rupture. Can you remember it? Rompre. The rupt becomes rompre. To interrupt. Interrompre. Rompre. To break up, to rupture. Let's conjugate it. It's a funny one, this. Je romps. Tu romps. Il, elle, on rompt. Nous rompons. Vous rompez. Il, elle rompt. We only need the you and the nous conjugations. So don't break up with her. Ne romps pas avec elle. Ne rompez pas avec elle. Let's not break up. Ne rompons pas. Break up with him using tu. Romps avec lui. Break up with her. Romps avec elle. Let's break up. Rompons. Don't interrupt me all the time, addressing tu. Ne m'interromps pas tout le temps. Oh là là. Let's interrupt their lunch. It's urgent. Interrompons leur déjeuner. C'est urgent. U. Don't interrupt them now using vous. Ne les interrompez pas maintenant. And there's more. Vivre. To live. Also to experience. We have the virtual reality. Suivre. To follow. In succession. Poursuivre. To pursue. To chase. To prosecute. To sue. To continue. Proceed. Let's conjugate vivre. To live. To experience. Je vis. V-I-S, tu vis. Il, elle, on vit with a T. Nous vivons, vous vivez, il, elle vivent. But we're doing the imperative mood. Live here with me. Vis ici avec moi. Vivez ici avec moi. Let's live with your parents. Vivons avec tes parents. Live your own lives, addressing vous. Vivez vos propres vies. Live with me, using tu. Vis avec moi. Let's live in France for a year. If we don't like it, we can come back. Pause. Vivons en France un an. Or you could say pendant un an. So I've used se plaire here because they do a lot. Si ça ne nous plaît pas, nous pouvons revenir. Follow that car, using vous. Suivez cette voiture, suivez cette bagnole. The slang for car, bagnole. Using tu. Follow me on Instagram. Suis-moi sur Instagram. And I am on Instagram, if you like that kind of thing. Let's follow her. Suivons-la. Proceed with your witness, addressing vous. Witness, témoin. It's masculine. Poursuivez avec votre témoin. Let's prosecute them. Poursuivons-les. Don't pursue me, addressing to. Ne me poursuis pas. If you're running after somebody, as in to have fun, to chase somebody, it's to run after, courir après quelqu'un. Also for love. D'accord, we have come to the end of the quirky RE verbs. Let's have a look at them. How do you say to drive, to lead? Conduire. To build? Think construct. Construire. To destroy? Détruire. To cook or to bake? Cuire. To write? Écrire. To describe? Décrire. To laugh at or to laugh about? Rire de. To smile. Sourire, sourire à. To read? Lire. To join, to link, to attach, to enclose, to unite, or to get hold of, to reach. Rejoindre. Now, of course, we've got the pronominal ones, but this is the general meaning of all of them. When they are pronominal, if you use se rejoindre, you add on the a. Se rejoindre à, se joindre à. To shut up, be quiet, stop talking. Se taire. To fear, to be afraid of. Crank up the fear, craindre. To pity, feel sorry for. Plaindre, to complain about. Se plaindre de. To break up, rupture. Rompre, to interrupt. Interrompre. To live, experience. Vivre. To follow. Suivre. To chase, pursue, prosecute, to sue, to continue, or proceed. Poursuivre, in hot pursuit. Voilà les amis, bravo!